This is the finished result, but I'm gonna go backwards in time and show you the process for cooking this food. This is my rendition of a German dish using Italian ingredients. So the ingredients for today are olive oil, onions, just Spanish or cooking onions, whatever you have, head of lettuce. I'm going to add bacon today, and then I have mild Italian sausages, that's what I had. I forgot to tell you that I'd also be using canned mushrooms and Italian dressing and salt and pepper. Okay, on to the tag. So we have first bratwurst, a powerful first line, and this is going to have to go to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, of course. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. Because I had to find out why they weren't normal, because obviously they weren't. Then, number 2, Braunschweig, a work that you enjoy that people often have complaints about. And that's going to have to be Twilight. To be honest, the writing is no worse than a lot of the other works out there that people seem to like anyways. And the plot really grabs you in and takes you in. I think it just became really popular to hate it for whatever reason. And people, wanted to seem cool and kind of went along with it, right? Number 3, Frankfurter, a work from a familiar writer you feel more people need to read. Well, Halloween's coming up, so I'm going to go with Edgar Allan Poe. Everyone knows Telltale Heart, The Raven, The Cask of Amontillado, The Mask of Red Death, The Pit and the Pendulum. But one of my favorite stories by him is Berenice, about a young man who becomes obsessed with teeth and the problems that get him into. Number 4, Nachtwurst, a short but meaningful work. I'm going to have to go with Harrison Bergeron by Kurt Vonnegut. It's a book about what it means to be equal, and it's a really thought-provoking work. It was made into a good movie as well. 5, Salami, an old work that remains relevant today. I'm going to have to go with kind of any myth from any culture. I find them entertaining, they're very important to understanding your history, they're very educational. Reggie was watching me cook, so I had to show him there. Yeah, so myths, they're definitely old and they're definitely still relevant. 6, Chorizo, your favorite work from or about a Spanish-speaking country. I'm going to have to go with Silence on the Mountain by Daniel Wilkinson. It was the first nonfiction book I actually really enjoyed, and it really encouraged my interest in social justice, especially in Latin America. It's about the disappeared in Guatemala and the rebellion that was stopped by the American interference, which actually happened in a lot of places. Number 7, Andouille Sausage, your favorite work from or about the American South. And I'm going to have to go with Interview with the Vampire. I'm still currently reading it, but it largely takes place in New Orleans, and I'm really enjoying it. 8, Kielbasa, your favorite work from or about Poland, and that's going to have to be The Winter Palace by Ewa Stachniak. It's actually about Catherine the Great, but Ewa Stachniak is a Polish-Canadian author, and I had to include a Canadian in here somewhere. Number 9, Blood Sausage, a work you are surprised you enjoyed. I've never tried blood sausage. I've tried all the other sausages here, but this blood sausage is just kind of... and I'm going to have to go with Halcyon, which is a book I've talked about recently, solely because I thought books based off of TV shows and movies would never actually be good. 10, Pepperoni, a favorite writer of yours that leaves an aftertaste. I'm going to have to go through a specific book by this author because I haven't read anything else by him. It's House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danilewski. It leaves you thinking because you think you're done reading, but you're not, because you've definitely missed something. If you've read House of Leaves, you have to keep going back. You have to look up all the codes, the theories, look at interviews, try and figure out what actually happened. Okay, number 11. Bologna, a mass market work you enjoyed. Stephen King's Bill Hodges trilogy. I had this kind of notion that Stephen King was a hack writer, but he didn't. I actually definitely enjoyed the Bill Hodges trilogy. 12, hot sausage. What is your favorite sausage? Mine is chorizo. I don't like the thin little sausage that they have, but the nice thick ones. Oh, they're so good, so flavorful. And vendor. Who do you like to tag? Well, if you like sausages, you're tagged. And that's it. So there's the finished dish. I'm just adding the last of the salt and pepper there and letting it all come together. And thank you for watching.